welcome to Project Visitor. This is Aries. In this tutorial I'm going to be covering some things that you might want to look at on the website before you actually do create your account, because you're going to have to make some choices when you go in to pick your corp and things of that nature. So alright, at this point, if you haven't already downloaded the game, you want to make sure that you download the game before you actually try to log in, because you have to create your account and download the game before you can actually get the game to launch. If you have any problems with the download or the install, you can view the tutorial on how to download and how to find install help. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so once you've downloaded the game, you're ready to create your account, but you do need to take a look at some of the things on the website before you actually do that, because you're going to want to be able to make the decision on which corporation you're going to want to join. If you look down the left hand side, there's some things under the game info portion that are really worth looking at if you haven't looked at. Like if you click on game help pages, it's going to take you to this screen, and then on here there's some quick gameplay instructions, and down here two key links, the starter guide and the general guide. And if you click on starter guide, that's going to take you to this page, and it's got some different resources on this particular link about getting started, chat commands, stats, credits, slang. Some other things are going to help you get familiar with the game before you actually play it. If you click on the links, this one's going to show you some in-game commands if you're not already familiar with them, and some of the other keyboard commands down at the bottom. So it's really worth checking out, give you a good head start before you get in. One key thing is if you look at chat commands, and basically this is just going to get you familiar with some of the list of options that you can do with your chat. There's basically a world chat channel, a corp chat channel, and a camp chat. If you do use world chat, you're talking to everyone in the game. Corp chat, you're only talking to your corporation or your color, and camp chat, you're only going to be talking to people that are specifically in your camp. So if no one's in your camp and you're on camp chat, you're talking to yourself. Then there's also a customizable buddy list that you can add any player from any corporation in the game to that list and talk to everyone on your buddy list, or you can private message specifically to one player, and you'll kind of figure that out as you play the game a little bit. Then there's also comm channel, which will just talk to everyone that has recently popped up on your window. One key thing to note though is that premium or free to play accounts are going to have very limited or no world chat at all. So you're going to have to talk to people individually, private message or comm channel. But once you have a premium account, you're going to have unlimited access to all the chat channels and be able to talk to whoever you want. The other key thing to note is you don't have to memorize all this stuff. I've been playing a long time, and I forget some of these commands, but the main thing you want to remember is the %help command. It's going to display this entire list, and it'll give you any of these specific ones. There's some pretty cool commands. There's a built-in calculator that can do calculations for you in game. %prod is going to show how much production's in your camp. %level will show you what you need to attain that level, all the statistics for each level, things like that. %ping, what your ping is, and another key thing right here is the tutorial. There is a newbie tutorial that is in the game, and you can type %tutorial to turn it on and off. And then we click back on get started. It's going to show us the full list of the getting started guide. So these are all things you can take a look at if you like, and get a little bit more familiar with before you actually play. But let's go back to the game help page, and from here we're going to want to take a look at the general guide real quick. Okay, then on this screen it's going to show us some other things, the abbreviations and slang used in the game if you want to get familiar with the lingo, title of each level, and this one right here, the level reward information. In-game commands, again, auto TU information, which is going to tell you how you need to make money, how the auto TU system works. Remember, mining is automated in this game, so once you build some camps are just going to automatically make you money. How to earn rating points. you can accumulate rating points to level and earn other special items in the game. Then asset information, which will tell you how much a specific item that you build, what the asset value is, because the assets are going to become important to you when you build your camps. The more assets you have in each camp, the more money that particular camp is going to make you. But if you take a look at the level reward information, okay, this is pretty important information for a new player that hasn't played before, because the game is going to give you a backpack of jitters for every 10 levels that you advance your character. So once you advance your character to level 10, the game's going to transmit some jitters into your backpack that are going to help you build your camp better and do what you need to do. So right away in the very beginning, you want to make it a main goal to level up to at least 10 as fast as you can, and it's going to give you some things that are going to help you make that first camp that you claim better, and it's also going to give you some other production buildings, weapon plants and armor factories, rover yards, things that you're going to need to build all the jitters in the game. It's going to give you all the buildings from the other corps so you don't have to go out and kill them. It's also going to give you some nice wells and silos and things that you're going to need to improve your main camp. And then once you hit level 20, it's going to start giving you some things to fight with and some stronger turrets to make your main camp even better. So it's a real good idea to get in, start building, get acquainted with the game, and try to get your character up to level 10 and even 20. Because once you hit level 20, then when you go to assault a camp or raid somebody else's camp, you'll be able to take the maximum amount of rovers. In the very beginning, there's all the newbie protection is all the way up from level 1 to level 20. So you're going to get some additional protection when you're new to the game. And some of the newbie protection that's in is just going to be things like all players under level 20 cannot be raided with full bulk in the teleporter. So if someone's going to attack you, they're not going to be able to bring a full set of rovers or a strong fighting force. They're only going to be able to bring very minimal equipment all the way up till you pass level 20. But the counter side of that is you're also not going to be able to raid them with the full amount of weapons or rovers until you hit level 20 and pass it. And then another thing is that your camp list under your player profile will also, all your camps will be hidden. So the first camps that you build, all the camps that you build while you're under level 20 are going to be hidden if someone looks up your name. So they're actually going to have to physically find your individual camps and go raid them. But generally the public's pretty newbie friendly, and they don't mess with a whole with the new guys as they come in. So when you first get in the game, don't worry too much about how your camps build or whatever. Just build all the stuff that you have. Build 5-10 camps, just getting the hang of things. Don't worry too much about where everything's placed and all that stuff. Just get it all built. Try to advance, because once the built items give you the assets and the number of camps you need, you can level up as you get the money. So that's one of the important things you want to do to get started. And then as you get up to closer to level 20, then you can start thinking about making some better camps as you acquire some better jitters. Okay, so let's take a look at the corporations. Okay, so here it's going to show us there's 4 basic corporations. Brute Force is green, Infrastruct is blue, Toyco is yellow, and then Extreme is red. Alright, and then there's also a 5th core, which is the administrative core, basically, called the UN. Normal regular players can't choose a UN account, but you can choose one of the other 4. So here's where you would read the basic description of each corp and decide which one you think you're going to be interested in. And the main reason that I mentioned that to you before you create your account is because when you go in, you're going to have to select one of your corporations. And then once you've selected that corporation, that corporation, that color is linked to that particular account that you created. And it's not that you can't change it later, but if you want to do something like that, you're going to have to pay an extra fee to change corporation, or just create another account in a different corp. That's basically the easiest way to change if you're not happy with the one you chose. The main thing about the corporation that you pick is that your in-game money, your V dollars, you can use that to go to the marketplace and purchase brand new jitters called jitter packs. And those jitter packs that you can purchase at any time that you want, whenever you need stuff, as long as you have in-game money, uh, they're only going to be the jitters of your core. So if you're brute force, you're only going to be able to buy brute force jitters in your jitter packs, and infrastructure's only going to be able to buy infrastructure jitters and things like that. But it's not entirely that important, because you can always trade what you need. And if you don't have what you need, you can buy it from someone else, or you can kill somebody else's stuff, but you can use any jitter in the game. So the main thing to note is that your jitter packs are tied to the corp that you pick. And then there's also a way that you can purchase items with USD, if you like, if you choose to do things like that. In the subscription menu, there's a drop down that's going to show you black market jitters that you can purchase, and those will get transmitted directly into your backpack for US dollars. Or you can buy certain things from Marty's Market, which the Martian is the administrator of the game, and he sells game products as well. So you can check into PV forums to purchase items from Marty's Market. Then one last thing to check before you decide which corp is the inventory pages. You can look at all the jitters for each corp and decide if you like one set of jitters over the other ones, because the ones that you pick, if you pick that particular corporation, those are the ones that you're going to be able to get anytime you want just by spending your in-game money. And then you can also look at the player rankings. So now we're ready to create our account. Go down and click play.